tragedy involving two trains in Madhya Pradesh has once again raised serious questions about the safety of Indian trains. I have with me former Railways Minister Dinesh Trivedi to talk about that aspect. Sir, unfortunately, not a year passes without a couple of train tragedies in India, and the Indian Railways record going from bad to worse. How much priority is given to this aspect in the Railways?
First of all, my heart goes out to the family who have lost their near and dear ones. It's a great tragedy. And these are the symptoms of a deep-rooted cancer. There is no point blaming one individual or one government or the other. In fact, I have been crying about safety ever since I took over the railways, and I still the same situation. The problem is we have not understood the strength of the railways. It is capable of giving us 100% safety. Like we have Rajdhani and Shatabdi, all the trains must be given the same priority. But the fact is we are not ready to accept that there are problems as far as the systems are concerned. There are problems of funds. There are problems of not inspecting the bridges which are hundreds years of old, and they were built by the British. So it's an overall thing. And lastly, is there any accountability? Ultimately they will say that, oh, it was a human error. This particular culvert which we are talking about, I do not know the cause of it. I am sure the report will come out, but I heard people saying, those who are officers and all, that that was because of the flash flood. Inquiry has not even taken place. Why don't you say that let's wait for the inquiry? But even if there is a flash flood, you can't have the culvert run away, because your culvert has to be strong. The fact is, either because of corruption they have used inferior material, or somebody has not inspected, or a combination of everything.
So you also mentioned Shatabdi and Rajdhani. Now, are you trying to say that there's an economic bias as far as safety is concerned, and more funds are diverted to super-fast express trains and trains that are taken by people in the, in the higher income group bracket?
See, the fact is, all the trains must be as safe, priority must be given as Rajdhani and Shatabdi. The fact is, the best of the coaches go to Rajdhani and Shatabdi. The best of the maintenance is there. It is a premier train. But this is also a fact that Rajdhanis are running at a loss. We have Bibek Debroy committee report which also says that these premier trains are running at a loss. So all I am trying to suggest is, please give the same amount of priority as far as safety is concerned to all the trains. Don't discriminate there.
There's a distinction in the lives of the rich and the poor that is being made by the railways. Is that what you're saying?
I would not say poor or rich, because sometimes poor people also travel by Rajdhani. There is a difference of priority between premier trains. I don't mind if you give a little more luxury, but the safety standard cannot differ from one train to another, from one track to another. So if you see the track record of Rajdhani and Shatabdi, I'm glad that Rajdhani and Shatabdi, the track record is not as bad, because some priority is definitely given to them. My contention is very simple. I don't want to get into any kind of negativity. I take my statement as a positive statement. I don't want to divide, I don't want to apportion any blame. Suresh Prabhu is a capable person, he has just taken over. I would not even like to apportion blame on Suresh Prabhu, he has just taken over. The whole system, we all collectively, cutting across party line, we have to sit together and have a national policy on railways. Even when I was a minister, I used to say that this railway ministry is too much minister oriented, which itself is wrong.
Also, is it used, railways ministry, is it used as a political tool, and therefore we have seen things not improving for the railways?
We have seen, I tell you, we have one of the best unions in the world as far as railway is concerned. For last so many years, not one day strike. So people in the railways are responsible, but they need to have a backbone. They don't need to please the minister, they must please the people of the country. They should not be only responsible to the minister. and the government, they should be responsible to the people of this country.
What I mean by political tool is that the ministry is always given to somebody who's important in a coalition, a party, and then it is largely, most of the funds go to a certain region, a certain area.
That is what I meant when we said that there should be a national policy on the railways, and it should not depend on a minister. The system must be stronger than the minister.